Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Untrapping Product Teams. Today is a special episode. I want to share with you what 10 years of experience with product management taught me. Honestly, my journey was always challenging. I hit the wall many times. I failed several times as well, but I learned from my mistakes. Mainly, I discovered what not to do and what works and what leads to success as a product professional. During this episode, I will share with you the 5 key lessons I learned during the last decade. Let's start with this one, leading versus managing. The name product management is quite unfortunate. It's misleading because actually you are no manager at all. No one is going to report to you. You have no people responsibility. Your ultimate responsibility is to create value. And for that, you identify opportunities and you lead product teams, scrum teams, development teams to create value. But how you interpret that will define how successful you can be. If you think that you are the smartest guy who comes with all the solutions, and then you will hand that to developers and they will implement the solutions you define, my friend, failure is ahead of you because you are just limiting developers. Developers are creative people. What you should do, instead of providing them a solution, you should bring them challenge to solve and let them figure that out. You are responsible for the what. What is important to solve? Why does that matter? Worry about these questions and let developers figure out how to come up with a solution. Don't confuse leading with managing. You are not a manager, you are a leader. A true leader inspires people to take actions. That's what you should do. The second lesson is only users know what they need. Many times in my life, I assumed I knew exactly what the end users needed. Therefore, I invested a lot of time building solutions, and I was always surprised that once end users tried to work with that, they didn't need it. We built something, it solved no problem. Because if end users cannot benefit from your solution, well, my friend, you built something useless. And that's what I did several times in my life. And how can you solve this? As a great product professional, you should figure out how to validate your assumptions as fast as possible. Suppose that you have a solution that can potentially solve a problem your real user have. Instead of building the solution upfront, what about doing some prototyping and testing with a small set of users? What you want is to gain evidence you are on the right track. Because if you're not, you're going to waste a lot of energy. So the key lesson is you should understand what your end users need and collect evidence so that you are sure you are on the right track. The faster you can validate your assumptions, the quicker you can succeed. The third lesson is strive for partnership with your stakeholders. It is a common mistake trying to please all the stakeholders. I did that several times in my life. In the short term, it's the right way to be liked by your stakeholders, but doesn't mean that it's sustainable in the medium and long term. Why? By pleasing all stakeholders, you will end up pleasing no one. And pleasing stakeholders has no connection whatsoever with delivering value. Great product professionals focus on establishing partnership. Because imagine you are implementing a new solution. You won't have domain knowledge on everything, finance, accountant, legal department, and so on and so on. But stakeholders do. What you should aim for as a product professional is establish partnership with them so that they enable you to deliver solution correctly. They are your partners, not your clients. You work together with them to deliver value. Your goal is not to please them, but to collaborate so that you come up with valuable outcome. The fourth key lesson is about defining metrics. It is easy to focus on lagging metrics. Example is revenue, conversion rate. Lagging metric is something that when you look at that, it has already happened. you have no action towards that. So if your goal is to increase conversion rate and you are measuring exactly conversion rate, you are too late, my friend. Why? Because once you realize your conversion rate is bad, what are you gonna do about it? It's too late. And this is a lagging metric. The issue is lagging metrics are more interesting to look at. But smart product people won't look at lagging metrics. They will look at leading ones. A leading metric is something that is a step to get to the metric you're measuring. An example is the bounce rate. What is it about? Users come to your website, and if they drop in less than 30 seconds, it means they didn't get what they want in your website. So either you are receiving the wrong users or your message is not clear to them. It doesn't convince them to stay. You can work on the bounce rate very easily, but then you look at the first step. What is the first step for a product? First step is the user get interested and they will open something. And then you see how many users are doing that. And you can understand what is happening. So focus on leading metrics. You define a lagging metric as the ultimate measure, but then you focus step by step so that you understand your conversion funnel. And then you can correct the problem before it gets too big so that you cannot solve. Leading metrics is where your energy should go to. If you are focusing on lagging metrics, you will be too late in the game. And the last key lesson is about making decisions as fast as possible. Sometimes we may fall in love with data and we want data to back all of our decisions. And if we don't have data, we want to create the data so that we can make decisions. Let me tell you one thing. A bad decision is better than no decision. Why? No decision will ensure you remain stuck. You have no knowledge whatsoever. But a bad decision will still generate some learning. You will understand why that didn't work, and then you can progress in the right direction. So sometimes you will have data, then use it for your decisions. But sometimes you won't have data. Trust your gut feelings. If you're not brave enough to trust your gut feelings, I'm sorry, you will be too late. And somebody else will make decisions faster than you, and your product will eventually become obsolete. Because in the product area, you need to move fast. And if you are resistant to make decisions, you will be too slow. And you will be eventually disrupted. Your competitors will be faster than you. Trust your gut feelings and make decisions whenever possible. Ensure progress. That is the most important. If you decided to be a product professional, your road's not going to be simple. It's a complex discipline. You need to keep developing yourself. I shared the 5 key lessons I learned over the last decade. But the truth is, every day I try to learn something new. Because this is what this profession is about. It's all about learning. You need to have a growth mindset. You accept what you know now is based on your perspectives, and you strive for broaden them, and then you try different things. So my tip for you, keep curious, and that will help you grow as a product professional. If you like this video, don't forget hitting the like button. And if you want to get more videos like this one, subscribe now. Thank you for watching.